It was Turkish delight for Rangers tonight as Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce got fries. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Really crappy intro there, but I tell you what, Rangers were not crap tonight, so no more Turkish delight, no more fries, chocolate brand analogies here, or jokes, or puns, or whatever. We're here to talk about how Rangers have done it once again in Europe. They've won 3-1 in Turkey. All the build-up was pretty much Jose Mourinho slabbering about Philippe Clement slabbering about Jose Mourinho, but it was Barry Ferguson tonight that stood up above everyone else and got the 3-1 win. But Rangers, I don't know how they do it. Crap domestically, but pull off results like this in Europe. But it doesn't make sense how you can get knocked out the Scottish Cup by Queen's Park, but then go deep every year in the Europa League.
Doesn't make any sense, folks, but you know what? They needed something. They needed to reach down deep. They've done it. I mean, it kind of pisses me off. I did say before the game, like, if this team wins the night and does it in in comprehensive fashion, I'm going to be like, well, why can't they do it domestically?
Maybe Scottish football's corrupt.
Maybe it's just underrated.
Well, maybe it is.
No, you know what it is, though, right? Rangers can't keep going away. Like, I mean, people can say what they want about the Turkish league. They can say what they want about Nice, right? They can say what they want about USG and teams like that, and Star Bucharest, and drew with Tottenham. Should have drew with United. The only real game in the Europa League where Rangers got absolutely scudded was Lyon, right? But for the most, every single match in Europe this season for Rangers,
but let's be honest,
has been so close.
That Lyon side has a front three that should be in the Champions League.
No, it does, and I'm just baffled by Rangers right now. I don't know where to begin with. Is it simply a case that players are more interested for Europe than domestic because the TNT, the world is on them? It's a big European competition. It can't just be that, man. It simply just has to be.
Scottish football's underrated and more competitive than people give it credit for.
And also the fact that Rangers just can't deal with a low block. It's like,
I know, but I don't think you can keep saying that. Like, it's a low block. Why don't Fenerbahce just play a low block then? And with the quality of the players that they have, they should be able to demolish Rangers. I mean, if it's that simple.
Yeah.
Do you know, if it's that simple, then...
Yeah, like, why doesn't Mourinho just rock up to Ibrox with a low block?
Like teams do against Rangers domestically, and then with the quality that Fenerbahce have, when they get chances, they should be able to take them. If it was as simple as that, I think if Rangers just could not handle that, then I think teams would look and go, all we need to do is just copy Dundee, or copy Queen's Park, or copy any of the teams that Rangers have messed up against. Motherwell, all they have to do is copy that. So, I think it's just people don't give Scottish football the credit it deserves.
I mean, that's probably what it boils down to, because you can't, it's not a coincidence anymore. We've had our jokes about Rangers on a Thursday night, and it can't just be about a Thursday night anymore. It's simply just got to be down to that the Scottish League is not as bad as what people once think it is.
It's not can you beat Stoke in a cold, rainy Thursday night anymore. It's can you beat Rangers in Europe on a Thursday night, because that's the new measuring stick.
Has to be. But let's get into the game, shall we? Dessers makes it 1-0. Really bad at the back for Fenerbahce, but Dessers goes round the goalie. It's cleared off the line. But this one was deemed over the line, and Rangers go 1-0 up. You know what? There was like
best possible start early.
1-0. We're talking millimeters here, but we don't have this technology. Albeit it wouldn't have mattered, right, with the Alistair Johnson incident, because it wasn't in the net. But I always think there should be a sensor in the ball. Do you not agree? It's 2025. Like, obviously we didn't need a sensor here because the referee's got his wee watch, but.
Would a sensor continue to work, though, after getting battered around the football pitch? Probably. I mean,
you say that, but then how's his watch go off then?
True, but also, wouldn't that just make balls a lot more expensive if all the balls in Scotland had sensors on them?
I know, but we're talking
and then you also need the technology that acknowledges and activates a sensor. I think what we've got's enough, man. Right? I don't want VAR to get even more complicated. I mean, I'd rather get rid of it altogether. And you're talking about goal line technology and sensors.
Yeah, but goal line technology, it's yes or no. You know what I mean? Far's just opinion.
I would just rather go back to the good old days when referees got it wrong. You could give them abuse.
We still do that though.
True, but now there's no excuse for getting it wrong. That's half the times. So
there's no excuses. Anyway, we have the incident. Let's talk about it. Chris Benoit returned Jack Butland diving headbutt right into the coupon of Robin Proper. And I tell you what, it's probably what a lot of Rangers fans wanted to do to Proper this season, but not what you want to see is the number 4 is doing on the deck spurt. That
was it bad?
It was very bad. Oof. Well, I say it was very. It looked really bad, but I mean, he was able to walk off. They did bring the stretcher on. He's all right, but I mean, this is. I tell you what, I thought Balogun was absolutely phenomenal. Was this a blessing in disguise? Probably, because Rangers had to deal with headers all night. And if there's one thing we know about Robin Proper, what is it? He can't deal with headers.
I can't head a ball, so.
And so maybe it was a blessing in disguise. But here, what do you make of Barry Ferguson doing?
Well, if everyone's fully fit, man, it's Suter and Balogun at the back, isn't it?
No, it is. What do you make, though, of the 5-3-2? With Barry fit. I mean, he pulled that out of his arse tonight and it worked.
Interesting, especially away from home. I can see why he tried it.
I'm seeing people hang on. Oh, but it wasn't 5-3. Dessers was up front by himself. To me, it was a 5-3-2. You had the 5 at the back, then you had Barron, Raskin, and Diamonde being led by Tierney and Dessers.
You can argue what it was, but at the end of the day, it worked. Didn't it? So, I mean,
just a bunch of numbers at the end of the day. All
see if Rangers got pumped tonight, you can debate whether it was too defensive or only one man up front, isolated, whatnot. But I mean, who really cares? They got the win, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
I mean, you can call it a 0-0-10 for all you want. Like, I mean, as long as you get the win. Here, see if Craig Levein took Scotland to the World Cup. That wouldn't give a fuck if it was 6-4-0. You know what I mean? Or wouldn't have cared. The criticism of a formation only really comes if it does not work. If you get the job done, then it really doesn't matter what personnel or what formation you line up with. And I mean, tonight, Barry Ferguson, the guy that is deemed, not good enough at this level, the guy that has only really had one job with a top tier team, and it's only his third game. Must be the first European game. It would be, I mean, unless Cove Rangers were qualifying for something. Or Kelly Hart, unless they were qualifying for some Champions League I wasn't aware of.
It was his first European involvement.
In a coaching staff and role?
No, it was his first European involvement in any game, they said on commentary, since the UEFA Cup final in 08.
And there you go. I mean, we're talking, almost getting close to 20 years now, It's getting close to 2 decades ago.
Yeah, 17 years ago, which is mad, by the way.
And we've got Mourinho, who's had a lot of success in Europe.
What do you make of Mourinho? I mean, I know his stock's dropped, but it just looked like a team that was hopeless tonight. Rangers made them look poor.
I think he's too good for the Turkish league, personally. I know that sounds weird after coming off a 3-1 defeat against Rangers away from home, but I wouldn't be surprised. Hell, could Mourinho end up at Rangers? Maybe.
It's a weird one, though.
He did say he wouldn't rule out Scottish football. He loves the passion, so...
We made a fed on that earlier today. I mean, obviously, Rodgers is the best manager in Britain, so... why would you want Mourinho, I guess, from a Celtic point? So, Rangers it is, 49er takeover, Mourinho splashing that cash, we'll take it. But Butland made a save next. But then, Alexander Doreko, the sub, he scored. For me, it was straight at Butland from a corner, another set piece. Sums it up, should save it. Doesn't save it. But then Tierney and Dessers link up. Brilliant, 2-1 again. Tierney with the goal, Dessers with the assist. What more can you ask for before half-time?
Nah, perfect. Back in front.
Should have been more though. I mean that is the I think it should have probably 3-1 at half time, but we had Dzeko here a few shots. But I mean, he made his debut against Hearts in 2003. Do you remember it?
Edin Dzeko?
Aye.
No, who was he playing for?
Some Bosnian team, they said. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh God.
03, 04. And he must have been like 16, 17.
Sarajevo FC.
I don't know. Are they Bosnian?
I think
they're Macedonian.
Sarajevo.
Aye.
Nah. It's in Bosnia, man, isn't it? Has to be.
I don't know. They could be any of them.
Sarajevo? Nah,
could be any of them.
They're definitely... Nah. They're definitely Bosnian.
It could be any of them, brother.
That's the only Bosnian team I know.
Right, we then get into the second half. Dessers scores the first offside goal. They chop it off because his arm was off. And to me, this is an off.
Score with your arm, so like...
Yeah, so why is this given? Or not given? Well, why is it given as off?
See, Dessers, he's a weird player, isn't he? Like, he's...
Yeah.
I kind of defend the guy because I think he gets too much criticism, as shite as he can be at times. I mean, he does have a great goal scoring record. Now, maybe he wastes too many chances, but I mean, you just can't really argue with a guy that scores that many goals.
Yeah, 23, I believe, for the season.
Is he the main man? I don't know for Rangers, but is he someone that I think Rangers should keep in the squad going for? I actually do believe he is, aye.
No, honestly, I think
I think at times he looks great, and I think at times he looks like one of the worst players I've ever seen.
I think there's a case for this being his best game in a Rangers shirt. So I'm not going to have a go at Dessers today. I mean, he did miss chances. He always scored some offside goals. Maybe the second one, for me, he should have stayed onside for it. He didn't, but yeah.
Tell you what, he's the best striker in Glasgow. If you don't count the guy that should be playing on the left wing.
Yeah, can't fault it. Adam Adair. Where is he?
It's fucking shite.
Well, who plays up front for Queen's Park? Zach Rudden?
He's he's former Rangers man.
Is it Zach Rudden? I think he does, actually. Anyway, we move on. These are both rolled out. The second one was off about half a yard. Anyway, 3-1, Tierney. Raskin bones it forward to Tierney. Finesses it under the goalie. Rangers are in dreamland. It's not quite dreamland in Deutschland, but it's 3-1. Butland makes a wonder save towards the end. Few half chances for Rangers. Subs were made. Lawrence's legs are done. He shouldn't be playing. Igamani get brought on, etc., etc., etc. But great here. Great for the coefficient. I mean, I said on my stream in my review, I think this is Rangers through now. I just don't see Fenerbahce beating them by 2 or more. I mean, I guess 2 forces extra time, but I just can't see Rangers losing 4 in a row at Ibrox.
First goal at Ibrox will be crucial.
No, it will be, but...
I mean, if Rangers get it, you do feel like it's game over. But if Fenerbahce get it, then the game's well and truly alive, because obviously, there's 1 goal in it, so...
But it's the mad notion that Rangers could lose 4 in a row at Ibrox. I mean, I get it, if you lose 4 in a row, but you lose 2-1 and go through, it won't really matter all that much, but I think Rangers...
Well, I think you would take a 2-1 loss next week, would you not?
Right now?
Aye.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't, no?
No. I mean,
You wouldn't, no?
No, I wouldn't.
That's strange, that.
No, because I've got faith that my team would win. Coefficient Cup and all that stuff.
Well, Rangers must be closing the gap to Celtic in the Coefficient Cup.
Aye, there must be, but I don't know what the score was between Roma and Athletic Bilbao, but I mean, you play like this and you've got a chance in any game, don't you?
No, you do, and so that's going to be tough, and Rangers will be underdogs if they get through against either side, but you just feel like they're capable.
But you look at the individuals in this Fenerbahce team, right? Dzeko, Skriniar, Tadic, Anderson Talisca, St. Maximum, right?
I mean, they're players that...
Fred, who's injured, but he's still in the team.
I mean, they're players that in their prime were like top league players.
I know, but you're saying obviously, I'm not going to say.
No, I'm not saying they're not still good players, but you know what I mean. At their peak, they were players that were wanted by the top teams in top leagues.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure that I think those players have probably had their day. That's all I'm saying. I think they're on the downward slope. I don't think we're going to see Talisca, get a big move to Barcelona or whatever. Like Dzeko, I don't think we're going to see him get a move to. I think that he will stay at Fenerbahce or make like a sidewards move.
But he's 40.
I don't think those guys are going to, start moving up in the world. But here, it's a team that, I mean, on paper, that Fenerbahce team should be winning the Scottish Premiership.
Here, no, it is on paper. It's a very good team, but games aren't won.
No,
they're not won on paper. And this A4 sheet's got ripped up the night. Barry ripped the script up.
But the papers tomorrow will stay on the back page. Rangers 3, Fenerbahce 1.
Yep, new orange order laying the smackdown, and it'll be good to see, hopefully, a Scottish club into the quarterfinals.
You'd be better off bringing Neil McCann off the bench than fucking Tom Lawrence.
No, you fucking would be.
Neil McCann's probably got better legs, for fuck's sake.
He probably does. But anyway,
Give him a
guys.
bit Billy Dodds. Like, he doesn't look in great shape.
He doesn't he?
No.
Not? Anyway, European review show coming soon. Tottenham get beat.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, no joke aside, I bet Barry Ferguson could still do something in the midfield.
I think he could. He went fucking apeshit at Raskin. It was fucking brilliant to see. Raskin gave the ball away and he didn't run. And fucking, I mean, I thought Barry was going to batter him. He was fucking the arm movements. Looked like he was having a stroke or something.
Raskin probably afraid to go into the dressing room.
He probably is, and that was, I think it was 3-1 up at the time.
Raskin's probably just done a Jim Good one. He's got his wee bag and he's walked across the pitch and
He's left it.
and left the building.
Anyway, folks, Fenerbahce 1, Rangers 3, Coefficient Cup. Sleeps well tonight. Till then, peace.